everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be a knitting video because when's the last time I've done a knitting video? Really long time. Sorry, that was gross. First off, I wrote some things out. Mostly like my I don't know what to call them, you know how like people have their finished projects, works in progress, and then never mind, you get it. Topics, I guess what you call it. I can't talk today. It's been a really long time since I've like actually filmed a video. I finally finished my 2020 videos, so this is going to be a 2021 video. Anyway, so first off, knitting. I've gotten a decent amount of knitting done, not as much as I probably could have done if I knit a lot more in quarantine. But I've got a lot of good stuff finished, so I'm really happy. First off, rolling the hay bales, so finished products. I finally finished a pair of socks that had been on the needles for an insane amount of time that I don't even want to admit. They are sewed up and they're not washed and blocked yet, but they're sewed up. I have finished these guys. Aren't they pretty? Hold on, I have to look at them. So pretty. And I also, I'm not too proud of this, but I made the heels way too pointy, and so like the point comes out here, but I kind of hemmed them, hence the lovely bulb. Yeah, so I don't think these would be very comfortable to wear, but I'm not gonna rip back on the heel and then sew them up, but it also like makes me remember to not go all the way to the end when you're knitting the heel, because this happens. That's done, and I'm really, well, I have to wash and block them, but they're finished, and I'm really happy because as much as I loved the pattern and the yarn, I just got sick of knitting on them for a really long time. So most of it was TV knitting slash watching Netflix knitting, which is the same as TV anyway. Yeah, these are finished, and I'm really happy. Next, it's finished. That was the only finished thing that I have. And the only other finished but still work in progress is my granny square Afghan that I've been working on, and I don't remember the last time I showed you it. But this is about how much I have now. It's really big, and it's really long, and it's really heavy. So, I've just been using a crap ton of my yarn up, and I have used up 95% of my not going to be used balls of yarn. So, yeah, I'm really happy about that. The only balls of yarn I have left are over here. And some of them were from the socks, some of them were not. Some of them were just there. And I'm kind of like working two projects at the same time because I have another blanket, if you guys remember, that I have my, I don't know what it's called, mitered square one. These are all kind of jumbled together, but this one was from the socks. This one is a brown. Hold on, that light is really annoying me. Let me turn this on. This one was from the socks. This one was from the socks. These two were from the socks. This one was from the socks that I just finished. Oh boy. It's from the socks. These two were from socks, but a past pair of socks that I have to use up. These two, I don't remember. I don't think I used them in socks, but there's so much glare. That's what they look like. Yeah. And then this one was from a past pair of socks. And then this is just brown. That's not really what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Just brown I had. So, yes, that is all I'm working on. And then this. I'm just crocheting granny square 3 and then chaining 2, literally back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that's great. This one kind of is finished, but not finished, because you finish a ball of yarn and then you start a new one. So it's nice when you finish a ball of yarn, but then you're like, oh wait, I have to start this new one. So this one has been going on for a couple months, and then when I finished those socks, I am finally working on the probably longest works in project I've had since at least 3 years ago. Like literally, I cast these on 3 years ago and I have not finished them. They are my tweed socks. You can probably like go back in my videos to when I first mentioned them, and it's most likely gonna be 3 years ago. This is embarrassing, like how long I've had these. This is really annoying. But yes, my tweed socks I am finally working on. I increased it to 22 stitches on each side, so it's 44 stitches total. And I'm working on them, and they're going to be tweed throughout the whole thing. And Lord help me if I run out of tweed, because I don't know what tweed this is. Pretty sure I got it from Hobby Lobby, but we'll find out. So it's nice that I don't have to change colors. It's nice that I can just knit away. So first pair of tweed. It's fake tweed. It's not real tweed. I call it tweed. It's not really tweed. Shh. So finally knitting on my 3-year pair, didn't get past the toes, socks. So yes, and then sorry. So those are the two main things, my tweed socks and my granny square blanket I've been mostly focusing on, and now I'm trying to get rid of all my works in progress. Works in progress. Yeah, not progress. Works in process. Yes. So with those two, I also have, you remember these too, my purple socks, which have a pattern on them. My first pattern in like my, 12 years of knitting, I finally knit socks with a pattern. And it's not even like a set pattern, like it's a set pattern, but it's not a set pattern. So this is what the pattern I've been doing. It's kind of a weird one. It looks like ribbing, but it's kind of not ribbing. So I think I've mentioned this pattern before as well. I don't really understand this pattern. So what I do is I do a knit one, purl one row, and then I cable throughout. Well, I knit one, and then I cable throughout, and then I knit one, just so it's like even on the sides. And then once I do that, then I just do a knit one, purl one again. So it's a weird pattern, but you know, it's a pattern. So that's what I've been doing. Just with these, and I just transferred them over to these needles because this is longer. I'm liking wood better just for my fingers. Again, like wood in general is nicer on your fingers. Metal gets cold and it's hard and it hurts. So that's the other thing I've been working on. The other thing, well, I just started working on it again like today. The other thing that is a work in progress, whatever, is my shawl that I'm re-knitting, sort of. So this one is probably gonna take, it's not gonna be knit on anytime soon until a couple of these are finished. So, and then we have another, I don't know where it went. There's one more with like, there's one more shawl that I'm knitting, but it's literally just on the like second row that I'm not gonna talk about. I'll do that one in a later time, but then after that I just have my other blanket, my mitered square blanket, and then I have to finish my sweater, and then I have two projects that were given to me that I have to finish that are not mine. Those are gonna be probably done last, because I'm half scared to finish them, and I just don't want to like mess anything up. So we'll see when that time comes. But that is mostly what's going on now. I have a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, but a decent amount of yarn that, so it's really funny because these like 3 projects I have are all combined. So what starts it is the socks. I knit socks with 2 color patterns of yarn, you know, one solid and then one colored that I like, and they like complement each other. And then once I'm done with the socks, then I knit mitered squares that, you know, match the socks. And then what's left from that is when I put it into my blanket. So it's like 3 things. So for certain like yarns, it's in like after the sock stage or after the sock and mitered square stage. And then what's after the sock and mitered square stage, I can put into my blanket. So some of the yarn that I have over here is past 2 of the stages, so I can crochet it into my blanket. So yes, some of them I still have to knit socks from. So once well, not all of them, but most of the little ones are out of the way, then I can start knitting on socks again. So that's basically it for this one. I don't really want to drabble on and on about everything. But for my mitered square, I have finished like 95% of it. I don't know if I want to add more stuff on. I mean, I certainly could add more stuff on, but we'll see where it goes, because I have 4 strips of, I think, 8 squares with 4 squares each, and I don't want to do that. 8 times 4. I haven't knit 32 socks. All of the stuff that is in my mitered squares are socks that I've knit, so yeah. Anyway, that's basically it. I'm just going to be knitting on my tweed socks mostly, and then maybe move to the purple socks, and then maybe my shawl, and then like work on other stuff in the meantime. So that's it for my knitting update. I'm really happy to get my stuff off the needles because it's been really biting. And no time like the present, so might as well just do it. Plus also this is the 60th episode of, well, okay, it's not 60th episode, gosh darn it. I was gonna say 60th episode, but then I remembered that's Dragon Journals. I'm not happy whatever episode this is. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.